Hello, it's KrippledPotayto here, and today we are back with some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So last episode, something really horrible happened, as you can see here. Right here. Yep, Chihiro is dead. I still can't believe Chihiro's dead, oh my god. But we got to find out her killer, who apparently is Genocide Jack. But yeah, so let's just get started. I think we should talk to BYAKUYA first. If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. Oh, I mean, okay. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd be talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning, which means that they weren't supposed to be out then. Would she really have been exercising that late? Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Oh, because she's embarrassed? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night. Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret. But she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Thank you, Sakura. Sakura's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. And why is there blood on that poster? The poster's got some blood on it. It might have happened during the murder. It's splattered all the way up there? Okay. Well, Yoko, what do you have to say? She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. I mean, they're morticians, so... And you're one to talk, BYAKUYA. You're weird too, so... She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. Okay, let's see. Oh, we haven't checked the dumbbell yet. There's a dumbbell on the floor and... This is a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon? I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Death by a dumbbell. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Fresh. The word bloodlust is written on the wall of blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. What else is it? Oh, Chihiro's body. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but we're still not sure how he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about it. I have a theory. Do you guys think that Genocide Jack might be Toko's second personality? The crazy one? Hmm? What else? Is that all there is to this locker room? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. Except Sakura. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Mundo's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. And it might be the videos, or the note, that caused Chihiro to feel this way. Now, I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already? New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but... If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Yep, the worst. So, this is our next location. Oh yeah, didn't Hiro once said that last night? Was it last night? No, or 2 nights ago. The night before Chihiro's death, there was a sound of like construction site, which would mean that the gun was used. Most likely this Gatling gun right here. I can't stop wondering about that. So it might be important. So, this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Yeah, because only girls can go in the girls' locker room. Unless a guy found out a way to rig the gun. Which would explain why the gun went off. Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? But if they did find a way to rig the gun, wouldn't there be bullets? Like in the wall or anywhere? Maybe this gun was used to. No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. Yeah. Okay, most likely, it's a girl that did it. But we can't rule out the possibility that it could be a guy. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right? Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Monokuma, you're always here for us. Yes, thank you. You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means that a girl killed Chihiro. Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Then Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room. The killer must have been able to get in there. As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right? Good lord, you're simple. But, am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Borrowing? I would expect nothing less from the progenitor son of the noble Togami family. So he managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things? You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but... in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So, so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like BYAKUYA and get your poop together. Or else, I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Ooh, teleport here? Thank you. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? What are you looking for? There's this safe. Oh, mailbox. Mailbox, yeah. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait. There's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? What? You can't loan them, but you can borrow them. Wait. Borrow them not from one of the students, but from one of these. Because loaning them infers that there's 2 people, one person agreeing to give it to another person. But if there's... oh, okay. Oh, you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, BYAKUYA? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. Oh, they're dead students. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka? Sayaka... You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook. Now, do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see. Yeah. Now I understand. Main Hall e-handbooks has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks. Wait, where would Chihiro's handbook be then? Since she's kinda dead. Won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then, the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseball. Ooh. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Is it really broken? Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to school life here. It's crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. Huh. It's not broken. Then what happened? I mean, there could be the possibility that Chihiro, she's a programmer. She could rewire it so it wouldn't turn on. It could withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it won't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? I don't know. Did Leon break it? Or did someone else break it? Monokuma said, it's not broken, but it won't turn on. Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on. Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? Not quite? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, BYAKUYA? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname does the internet give to this mysterious killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Oh? What do you have? And we don't give BYAKUYA enough credit. He's pretty sharp, pretty smart, but his arrogance is kinda bugging everyone. And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... Ah, hey you too. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to.
We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me. What's happening?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please. You gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
Yeah,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose you can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure? Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Toko. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? Yeah, what do you want? What's the emergency? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, to see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Okay, let's go. Toko. I may as well give it a shot. Ding dong. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Yeah, Toko? You good? Oh, holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gas out of me. What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
What the heck?
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Oh, that theory might be true. She isn't in control of her other personality, Genocide Jack. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? He's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Most likely her. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Oh, she barred it. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Who? Who would persuade her? Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? Oh, Byakuya, yeah. Her crush. To come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Well, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. After a few moments,
What do you want?
leave me alone, you're all so annoying. BYAKUYA. BYAKUYA.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. Promise? I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Oh, hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toku talking about just now? Promise. Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But,
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. A secret between Byakuya and Toko, huh? I won't let Genocide Jack take control again. Has Genocide Jack taken control in front of Byakuya before? I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards the destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library. The library? Come on, let's go in. Yes? There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. Oh, no, not... Oops. I want to talk to you. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Oh. Okay. Is it the paper? Oh, there are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. If I remember, on the other side of this door. It's the archive, right? Oh, I thought that was the door out. Oh, I didn't open it. Byakuya. Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. He found something in there. Ooh, we've never been in here. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust too.
So in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay, oh, only this 5 spots? Let's check this. There's a wooden box, it's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Oh, that's where he found it. An extension cord, huh? Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh, another one. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? Who said I had a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. You don't gotta be so defensive, Byakuya. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Aww. Okay. How about this shelf? There's so many files stuffed on the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truths for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real powers, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Byakuya, are you just gonna give me the evidence, or are you just gonna watch me look through everything? There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto a bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? How does he have all this stuff? In the library. The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. There's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. You reviewed them? Oh, hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents, and more than once. But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So, why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. Oh, that includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. Is it his family? My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. Unless you die, BYAKUYA. So, whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing, or not believing. BYAKUYA is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And that's what always interested me the most, were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. Oh, that's the evidence? Genocide Jack. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites, Genocide Jack, is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, BYAKUYA grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. Two? The bloodlust, and the first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second, they hang them? They torture them? What's the second? is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Oh. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, there's more. The only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and the other higher-ups. Also, only Genocide Jack would do that. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? Because they're Genocide Jack.
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. Ugh.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutish, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be really good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. No. No. BYAKUYA, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Ooh, top secret. BYAKUYA handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Ooh. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Victim Ken Harada. The murder took place in the parking lot in a victim's apartment complex. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed that inflicted with the same scissors that were later used to attach the victim to the wall. Scissors? Ooh, that's brutal. That's horrible. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Hona, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. And 17. Oh my god. Kashi Yoshida, 30. Komatsu Nataro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yume Hima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killers, countless victims, were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now, take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tad bit. The next page? Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays, in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Toko.
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may as well have a split personality. A split personality, like the kind of things you see on TV. From part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Ah, wait, BYAKUYA. As usual, BYAKUYA turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Oh my god, this is so much information. Crazy. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that? Come on. Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the entire time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene. The girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay, I think I'm gonna end off the episode here. We learned some very juicy information in this episode. Actually solidified our theory that Toko is Genocide Jack and that Toko was the one that committed the murder. But the question that we have to figure out next is how it happened. How did Chihiro die? We'll figure that out next time. So thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay notified on any future episodes that come out. So yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. Okay, bye.